Being a middle child often feels like your feelings and well being are not important because you are not the favorite. This is what I call middle child curse. Let me share my story about how I discovered this curse and how I reversed it, and how you can too. I always felt something was off at home. My siblings seemed to have the support of one of our parents. Two are my father's favorites, and the other two are my mother's favorites. And then there was Ikram, the middle child, the favorite of no one. Yes, this is me. Hi. I couldn't name this feeling back then, and I had no friends to talk to about it, which made me feel lost most of the time. One day I picked up a book called La Petite Fadette by George Sand. The novel discussed a little bit about favoritism and how parents favor one child over another, making the other feel neglected. It was a revelation for me. I was so happy to find a word that described my situation. This realization made me understand why I was treated with indifference. The most important part was learning that I'm not the only one who goes through such things. That alone was consoling somehow and made me feel less lonely. To be honest, the reason why I'm sharing my story or any piece of content is to console others and to make them realize that they are not alone. There are always people who get you because they have experienced what you are dealing with. And again, there are ways to overcome difficulties. Through my experience, I learned that if adults look down on you, kids will follow suit. And the same applies to other adults. This happened to me at home because I didn't have my parents' support. My siblings did not respect me. And at school, my teachers didn't like me and mistreated me. My peers did not accept me as a friend. Not having adult support at a young age makes things difficult, whether dealing with peers or even adults. Adults are good at noticing if your parents pay attention to you and make sure everything is fine or not. When they see that parents are indifferent towards you, most adults will either mistreat you or ignore your existence. To reverse this curse, I found a solution that I want to share with you. Half of the answer lies in the novel La Petite Fadette, and the other half comes from my personal experience. Trying to be the most generous, obedient child who doesn't ask for anything and takes care of the parent will not change your situation. I tried that, but it only consumed me and drained my emotions. Being kind to your parents is important, but it won't change your position in the family. Your position will never change, no matter how hard you work. However, you can change one thing: your value. You can become important in society, and by doing so, you become important in your family as well. By value, I mean achieving financial success, gaining high social position, or earning a respected stature in society. This will push your parent to respect you and listen to you because others in society do. They will be obliged to respect the rules because now you are important. The key to overcoming the middle child curse is not by seeking favoritism from your parents, but about building your own value in society. You gain the respect and acknowledgement you deserve. Remember, your worth is not determined by your position in the family, but by what you achieve and contribute to the world. So, in other words, you don't seek the change from inside your family because that will never happen. Instead, seek to build a good personality, have a good reputation on the outside, build your value so that you will have something that others need from you, which will make you a valuable asset to them. This will give you a stature and a reputation in society. Your parent perspective on you will be changed by society and how others see you. They will be forced to change the way they treat you. The impact of society's rules is stronger than trying to change their attitude by just talking to them about how they are not fair or being too good to them. This has zero effect. So rather than focusing on your parents, focus on your value. And that value will be rewarded by society. Then your stature in society will make your parents reevaluate you and your importance and how they perceive you. One last thing. Being a middle child doesn't give you a reason to disrespect your parents or distance yourself from them. Yes, it's unfair to be neglected, and their treatment and indifference can affect us throughout our lives on every level. However, parents are human. They make mistakes and will continue to make mistakes, just like us. So learn to forgive them and try to build a good relationship with them. Not being their favorites doesn't mean we cannot have a great relationship with them. It's up to us to develop a good relationship with them because they may not take the initiative. If you really want to have a good relationship with your parent, do not wait for them to make the effort to connect with you. As I mentioned earlier, you need to take that step. One thing that helped me get closer to my parents was viewing them as friends rather than just parents, with their own interests, hobbies, and goals. By doing so, they opened up to me, and I even became closer to them than their favorite one. I hope you found some answers to your questions in this video. If you have any questions, please write them down in the comment section. Thank you for listening.